Good morning, crew. What's going on? It is 9:30. There's the bell. Market is now open, and we are off to the races here after this little bitty dip and gap down in pre-market trading. All wondering what's going to happen after the entire month of July. This great volatility we've been having, a lot of great profits, and now we're faced with what's going to happen. So looking across the board here, everything's kind of a mixed bag. FAANG stocks are green and red, both mixed. QQQ is down 0.27% right now. Big green or big red right at the open. XLK, man, gap down right at the open here. So tech sector is looking a little weak. Huge green on the financial sector. Look at that, big green right off the gate. Most importantly, the VIX. What's the VIX doing? Currently flat at the 1849 level. Not too much going on with the VIX. Want to be watching that closely. Massive green on the energy sector, man. That thing's going bananas. BANANAS. XLB up here, materials, big green. What's going on? How is everybody doing? 266 people watching right out the gate. Awesome stuff. Can y'all hear me now? Let's make sure. People saying they can't hear me. I think they can hear me. Everything looks good on my end. So yeah. All right, SPY green right out the gate. I suppose that's because the financial sector is looking very strong, even though tech sector is looking terrible at the moment. We'll see how that plays into downward volatility with SPY after the XLF kind of putters out here. Maybe a good put entry if the XLF starts to fall and VIX starts to increase. We'll see if this weakness in the tech sector can bring down the SPY, at least for the morning session. I'm hanging out in the 3-minute chart. Y'all that know me, I know I don't touch the 1 minute. I think the 1 minute is terrible, so I can't do that. All right, 439.59 is where it's at now. The POC on the 3-minute chart's right up here at 439.75. We're just shy under the POC. So looking into the options chain here, I'm looking at the July 30th calls and puts. Right now, I've got the deltas on the calls are 0.40, so I'll be looking at the point. I'm going to change the 441 calls. The deltas are a touch high on these things. Implied volatility is 12%, so a touch higher than it was at the end of last week, but still a little higher than it was been, which is good, so we should have some volatility. On the put side, I'll be looking at the 438, so I'm going to go with the 441 calls, 438 puts, which is a change to the watch list I posted this morning. So let's go in here. 441, 438s, and those are changed. Interesting. Weird action on the options chain right now. It's showing no volume at all, and the bids are showing at 0. Let's see if that's across the board on all time frames. Yep, that's weird. So we had an anomaly Friday morning with the options chain, and it looks like it's doing it again. So there's no volumes. There's nothing's. It's crazy. So yet another anomaly off today. Hey, maybe that'll follow up for another 100% win. I don't like that. All right, so SPY, big green candle up here, 439.93. VIX is big red, followed by a little green here. Tech sector still very down, and XLF is up here. So I'll be watching for a possible put entry in the event that XLF kind of putters out and follows XLF down. We'll see what happens here. 439.97. We have all-time highs at 440.30, which we're about 40 cents away from that. So yeah, my options chain is still not working at all, and which is probably affecting the deltas as well. How are you going to get a put entry if E-Trade won't work? I mean, I obviously won't. So we'll see what we can do though. Yep. So unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that, but we'll just continue to plan in the event. We'll see what happens. We'll just keep planning so it fixed. Someone says my gain is not good. How is that? Let me know what you think. 439.99 still raging. XLK is still red. Financial sector still very much down. Oh, little green right here on the Qs. XLF is still going nuts, and the VIX is still green right here. Kind of tight range since early this morning on the VIX, popping in between 1820 and 1860 right now. I want to put an order for one contract just to see if it'll get filled. Like I don't even know how this would get filled here. So yeah. You did, so you can get a fill there. Someone said they bought 2 contracts. Good, good. All right, let me see here. Red candle right up here at SPY. VIX is starting to spike. QQQ is there. XLK is right down here. So currently, right now, the range for the morning is 440.23 to 439.28, which is about $1 range. So far, that's good. I like a nice big range like that. That usually can hollow out some size to get us a good range to play and make a little money. So I usually don't like playing the morning volatility. I like to let things shake out. Occasionally I'll play it. Rarely I'll play it, but it's not something I want to play today, especially with the divergence between the tech sector and financial sector. And of course, the problems we're having in E-Trade options chain. All right. So welcome for the those new. Glad to have y'all here. We had a massive influx of membership this past weekend over with the Discord, with the YouTube, with the Patreon. Everyone wants to learn how to have a nice, simple system that's profitable and repeatable. Victor bought 3 calls at 73. Why can't I see the watch list on Discord? Is it paid now? Nope, it's in there. We did make a change because we had a lot of bots coming in the server that were not assigned roles. So right now, if you want to look at everything, you just have to assign yourself a role. So go into the Getting Started page, the Getting Started channel, and assign yourself a role, and it should fix any problems if you're not seeing anything, if that's the case. Nope. Still good? Still good? Nothing? Nothing? Can you still hear me? Oh, you know what? I know why. Here. I had to turn the music down. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let me know if that works. I had to turn the music down. I had the pre-market music still on. Forgot about that. 440.18 right up here. All right, all right. Man, look at that. Q's completely rebounded. VIX is starting to increase. Tech sector is that. So big old rebound here on the Q's. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I'm going to continue to refresh my options chain to see if I can get that thing to work here. The bid and ask is, I mean, the bid's 0. The ask is, oh, wait, I might have, nope, it still didn't fix. The ask is like $1.27 and the mid is at 80 cents. So we'll see what happens with that. Big red on the SPY as it rejects 440.23, which is just shy of all-time highs. So that is, once again, going to form as, looks like resistance. What I would like to see is a good range day play out. This is a nice little large range here. I'd like to see this thing just bounce up and down all day and play some calls and puts on there that can wipe out some good 15, 20% wins. And yeah, have a nice little day. Right now, I'm looking at the 441 calls and then 438 puts. But I'm going to adjust that as needed here. If I take a call, I'll probably go up to the 442s, honestly, because we're already at 440.24. So I'll probably go 442s. You have to the ARC. You have to assign yourself a role. If you're in the Discord and for some reason you can no longer see the some of the channels, go into Getting Started and assign yourself a role, and that should fix it. That should fix it. All right. Somebody said Weeble's fixed. I'm going to mute the mic for 1 second. Be right back. All right, there's some red on the SPY on the 3-minute chart. And let's take a look around here. VIX is spiking. And yeah, definitely some weakness coming in right there. And unfortunately, we have to deal with the options change right now. So VIX wants to come back to here. Where would we rebound? And this is why I want to zoom out time frames and look at the VIX. Why did this bounce right here? So the VIX right here has a propensity to have this session range right there. Definitely congregate in this area. So that this upper 17 range, mid 17 just kind of form as a support. We'll watch that in the event that we come back down to the VIX. And SPY is hovering right now on the POC and the 3-minute chart. Right now, the volume is starting to decrease. EMAs are separated to the north side. Still bullish sentiment. Squeeze momentum is firing to the upside on the 5-minute chart. The 21 just crossed over the 34 on the 5-minute chart. POC is here at 439.75, and we are a touch below that. Session ranges are still the same as before. We've got 20 minutes till those are set. 440.23 to 439.28, which are these yellow numbers right here. And that's about a $1 range, which I like to see. Man, it'd be nice to take a play. Let's see here. All right. SPY coming back down to the range, and we are holding true to the ranges so far, which is what I want to see, baby. Volume is starting to decrease. I'll be watching here to see how it manipulates off the daily open, or the session open here at 439.28. Yep, POC is point of control. Point of control. That's part of the volume node. It's automatically assigned. That's not. This is not a line I draw. That's assigned with the volume profile indicator. And all that is a line showing designated the largest distribution of volume on the particular time frame. Nope, I will never in a million years switch to volume with Robinhood. Never, never, never. Even if it was playing with your money, I wouldn't do it. So right now, with this shaking and baking here, the tech sector's got a little real strength coming into the XLF is selling off. So we have this divergence between the tech and the financial sector. And I don't really want to play ball with this until I see them start to kind of align or see some congruity with them. So what I want to see is maybe Q going up here and XLF get a bounce, and that'll take SPY back to the range. I assume this is going to be a range day, which means it's just going to kind of play the upward bounds and lower bounds of the range, which is fantastic. I like range days that are true to the bounds just as much as I like trend days. Yes, on range days, you're not going to get the big 100% win that we got last week, but you could put together 2 or 3 20% wins if you play the ranges like 15 to 20% wins, and that's what I like. Absolutely, Boomeranial. That's exactly right. Well done. That's an awesome analysis. I couldn't say it better myself. There's a little green formed right here, jumping off of the 8 EMA on the 3-minute chart. right here. What's the difference between the two VIX charts in TradingView? This VIX up here is the delayed. I actually need to remove that. Yeah, I'll figure out how to remove that here. Here we go. Yeah, I don't use that. This one is the TVC. That one's delayed. I deleted it. This one is the real time. So if you can kind of see right here when I hover over it, it says TVC when it did come up here. Yeah, well, TVC is the one you want. That's the one that is not delayed. If you go to just type in VIX up here and TVC right here, that's the one you want. CBOE, that is the delayed one. You want the TVC one right here. So click on that. I added it to my watch list down here. So VIX is increasing, starting to get a little red there. QQQ is at the top of their range. XLK is there. XLF is kind of neutral right in the middle of their range. Yeah, James. If we change the settings where you have to have a role, we don't want people without roles in the Discord. So, yeah, if you can't see anything, go to the Getting Started channel and assign yourself a role, options there role, and you'll be able to see everything once again. Can I briefly talk about why you took the trade long on Friday? Yeah, tech sector was very strong on Friday. You know, Facebook was up big. The Qs in tech sector was up to the top of the range. It looked like this. It looked like this on Friday, actually, almost identical. Big sell-off, and then Qs were top on the top. SPY, this is actually, it almost looks identical to Friday, except SPY is a little down. It was down here, and XLF was way down, like red after red after red. So I knew once the XLF reversed that with the Qs staying strong, Qs weren't selling off, Qs were staying up here, and XLF was way down here. Once XLF reversed, I knew there was going to be some upside. I didn't think it was going to go as much as it did, honestly. I mean, I don't think anybody knew that. But I knew there was going to be some upside to at least get me. It was a high probability of a 15%, 20% win. I knew there was a high probability. It was a high confidence trade. Also, VIX. VIX, I knew that with the VIX was going to start coming down here because it was pegged out. So when SPY touched the bottom and then the first indication of a green candle recovery on XLF, I took the call. And, you know, it came up and up and up and it just never stopped. It was amazing. So, and that's, there's two parts to that trade. The one was determining the entry. Well, I guess three parts, which is all trades have that, I guess. But that trade in particular, I had to analyze the entry. The hardest part of that trade was staying in the trade, though. The exit and the entries were actually pretty easy. Staying in the trade for 100%, that was hard because there were a bunch of red candles, but you had to be patient enough to show that every single red candle got wicked out. So not one single one of those candles. If you actually go back and look, and I'll just go back since we're kind of waiting on some action here. Look at this. Every single red candle was wicked out. Not one single candle was strength. So I would just wait. And I hung out on the 5 and 3 minute chart, never using the 1 minute. If you're using the 1 minute, you're going to get scared. If you're using the 1 minute chart, you're going to get scared. Look, big red candle. Red, red, red. Red, 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 red. It's huge dip. You're going to get freaked out if you're using the 1 minute chart. See that? So if you go to the 3 minute, it starts to look a little bit more trend analysis. And that's what you want, trend analysis. So the 3 minute look looks a little less intimidating. And even on the 5, if you stay on the 5 minute chart, even still. Look, every single red candle was completely wicked out because buyer stepped in and never took it down. So that's why I had full confidence that they're riding this thing all the way up. I ended up selling somewhere up here for $2.20, 103% gain. We were up to 130% gain at one point. And obviously, if I held on, we would go on up to like almost 200%. But it was a great trade and a great example of staying off the 1 minute, watching the volume. Everything was volume based. So highly recommend you focus on the volume analysis. Anyway, 5 minute chart back to SPY, POC. On a upwards day, the SPY loves the 8 EMA on the 5 minute chart. And that blue line is the 8 EMA on the 5 minute chart. You can kind of see where we're trampolining off that. No trades yet, Murica. No trades yet. I'm trying to figure out this options chain issue with E-Trade here. So still having some issues. I'm just reloading every few minutes to see if I can get that thing to update. Still nothing. Still nothing. All right. All right. So I'm going to go back into just a normal E-Trade. Bear with me one second. I'm opening up the normal E-Trade website to see if it's any different. Some people are saying you can still place orders in there. So July 30th, let's go 442. There we go. Calls. Limits here, quantity. See if that updates. Yep, I can't. I mean, normal E-Trade's not working either, so I guess I'm not making a trade today. Good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'll still try to do my best to call out what I'm looking at here, but it looks like I'm not making a trade until E-Trade is fixed. My normal E-Trade website is not working, and the options chain is not working. This is the first time I've ever had issues, but it's weird because we had issues Friday too. The entire network did, and now we're having them again on Mondays. So, interesting concept. Yeah, I just tried to make a call to buy one option, one contract, just to see what would happen. And it said at 86 cents on these things, it says you are looking to place an order that's over 25% greater than the market value of the option. So that means like something's not right. It's just something's not right. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with not making a trade unless there's a trade to be made. That's the thing. And you know. Wait, John, are you telling me that I have to do mobile trading in front of my big new computer setup? All right, SPY just went green. And SPY is still climbing on up here. 5-minute chart up to the top of the range. QQQ doing the same thing. VIX is red and coming back down. If this thing pops down, we'll throw this thing up to the new all-time highs and start to see some bullishness come into the market. All right, someone says Yahoo Finance option chain is back up. Let's take a look over, see if this one is back up. Still, E-Trade's still not back up. We'll give this a few more minutes here. Bear with me for a second. I'm just digging in here. See if I can get connected with customer service on E-Trade here. Like, hey, people, I've got like a few thousand people looking at me. Let's get this fixed. E-Trade is updating on my PL on my website now. I guess that's up. Progress. Yeah, okay. All right, volume is still down on SPY. We're not missing anything too big right now. Still decreasing. You see this wedge down. Decreasing volume here, which is indicative of maybe another sell-off. Q is up here, red, dojing out at the top of that range. Man, I want to make a trade here. Puts are looking good. XLF is got a little red here. Really want to concentrate on the VIX here. Where the VIX is starting to round out. If we come all the way back down, SPY could rocket. If this thing comes up to 1862, then we'll see. We'll see where this comes down. This 34 EMA, we'll keep a close eye on that. I'm surely not placing a sizable position with 0 bids here, because I'm not going to get stuck in a position. No way, Jose. So, unfortunately, these things do happen every once in a while. I haven't had any problems like this with E-Trade though, so I don't know what's going on. Apparently, it's across the board on some things. Even on the phone, SPX has no bids. Interesting. Okay. All right, Toasty Spy, let me know how that goes. Yeah, me too. Well, I had some issues with the when GameStop crap was happening and like all the servers got overran. Like I had some issues there, but that was in 9 years. That's the only time I've ever had any issues with SPY. And now, of course, with E-Trade. And now, of course, it's happening now. my play is leaning towards puts at the top here. That's what I'd be leaning towards in the event that we could make a trade. VIX looks like it does want to go back up to 1862 and test highs. XLK is rebounding here. XLF is not really too determined to go on up there. Energy and materials is up there. Right now we're just a range bound day, so nothing too crazy. Momentum is dying off. The squeeze momentum is flat here, and then it's starting to get this dark green cross. We still have gray crosses to the upside, so still firing to the upside, but volume is decreasing. But we do have this increased selling volume. This thing's wicked out. Buyers are right now in the majority on the next candle. We'll see how things roll out. Yeah, this is E-Trade's version of teaching us patience. Red right here. Hope y'all are having fun. 480 people watching. That's more than last week. Fantastic. I hope y'all enjoyed the videos this weekend. I made a couple of like just miscellaneous. I made that one miscellaneous non-trading video, and then I did the one about whether or not you should trade full time. A lot of people seem to like it. A little good feedback on there. Not necessarily, Ezekiel. That's a little broad. It's more of an in the moment type thing. So options I usually trade are SPY and SPX. Occasionally, rarely, I'll throw some QQQ in there. But yeah, I usually look at anywhere from 3 to 4 DTEs up to 5-6 day DTEs, $2 to $3 strikes. So 2 weeks ago, I traded a few 1 day DTEs and I hated it, man. It's just the prices would fluctuate very aggressively. I don't like those aggressive swings because you have to be so precise with your entries that you're playing with fire. So I couldn't imagine playing 0 DTs. Sebastian, no, I didn't say quit your job. I didn't say yes. I didn't say yes or no. I just gave you my opinion on what you should do. All right, some red forming here. 3 red candles in a row. You got volume is sustaining here, but the candles are getting wicked. Let's see how this one plays out. What did I have for breakfast? I had a protein shake and a coffee. QQQ is raging. Man, that thing is beasting. Can't stop up here. XLK tech sector is up here. XLF is completely following suit here. So things are definitely looking bullish. Definitely looking bullish. I wonder what it's like to trade. Man, a trader who can't trade. What do you call that? David says, been stalking your channel for a bit, became a Patreon this morning. Looking forward to learning from you this week. Awesome, David. Thank you for supporting the community. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, man, you know, for all the new people here, it's all about learning. That's the name of the game here. You know, I want you all to be able to, the best satisfaction that I face is when somebody posts, hey, I entered 10 seconds before OM did. Because that shows me that you're making your own trades and that you're following a system. You're not just mimicking me. You're not learning anything if you mimic. So, welcome. Brock, if for some reason you can't see any channels, go into getting started and assign yourself a role. If you can't see most of the channels, that means you do not have a role. So you need to, the options there is the biggest one. That's the one you need to choose to see most of everything. So you can mimic my system. Learn the system. It works. It's I've put together a simple, fantastic system, which is just based around volume. But yeah, I would love for you to mimic the system. Just don't mimic the trades. Have you tried SPX on a Power E-Trade? Let's take a look. SPX. Yep, still the same. 0 bids all the way across. Let's try Tesla. Just to see if anything else. Yep, everything. It's just not updating. Ah, man. If E-Trade doesn't quit this, there's pretty much nothing I can do about it. It is, Carmine, because this is simply based around volume. Everything I do is based around, well, I guess market sentiment and then volume. The first tenet, the first pillar of my system is watching the market. Qs, XLK, XLF, XLB, VIX. What's the futures doing? Like all this stuff. I'm monitoring the whole market. That's more important. Friday's trade was more dependent on that than anything. I didn't even look at the technical indicators on Friday. While taking the trade, I did. I took that play based on purely the rebound in XLF and VIX. After that, then you go into volume, which is almost just as important, but still those two things. And then after you do all the analysis, then whatever indicator you choose to use, then you tie that together. The lines, the EMAs, the squeeze momentum indicators, the volume now, all that stuff. Only after you do the volume market sentiment do use indicators. So yeah, it's applicable to anything. Which pivots do I use? I just typed in pivots and pivots HL, and it just popped these up. Yep, I have. Yeah, I tried it. I restarted the E-Trade app a few times, and I'm still continuing to do so. It just won't work. Yeah, I'm not SL. Yep. I tried to open it up on the normal E-Trade website, and it won't even update there either. So I guess we'll just chalk this morning up to a loss and, and go from there. Nothing we can do about it. So no point getting upset about it. There's nothing. We can't control it. Don't get upset about stuff that you cannot control. But things are looking bullish, at least for the time being. Qs are absolutely going cray-cray. VIX is trading sideways here. We want to see that thing break one way or another. Otherwise, we're going to trade flat. XLK is there. XLF is kind of following suit. The range is still 440.23 to 439.28. Still about $1 range, which is a great range to play, as long as you can play it. It's break even. Yeah, Lee, right. For sure. So good time if you do want to step away and go, go have a sandwich, go make some breakfast. It's a good time to do it because we can't trade. So, yeah. How do you switch from the 3-minute to the 5-minute trading view? Well, there's 2 different ways. You can do it the long way up here. Click on this and select right here. Or you can do what I do and just use your numerical keys on your keyboard. So you can press 3, enter. 5, enter. 15 minute, enter. 1 minute, enter. Good stuff. Nice and quick. 3, 5, 1, 3. Surprised you are working today after Friday. Man, it never stops. Just because you have a big gain, man. You don't stop. You don't stop. Do you think you'll ever be allowed to trade again? Yeah, I do. I was doing it the long way. Yeah. Would you consider volume my number one indicator? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I would. If you call volume an indicator, yeah, absolutely. I was thinking the same thing, Bob. Today might be a great day to sell a strangle. Number 2, well, I mean, for me personally, it would probably be the EMAs. So after I've done all my market analysis, I've done all my volume analysis, and volume analysis includes this and the volume candles. After that would be the EMAs, the 34, the 21, and 8. Crossovers, yeah, crossovers are good. I look for trend analysis, like on the 5-minute, for example. On upward days, the price loves to bounce off the 80 MA on the 5-minute chart here. So that's the kind of stuff I look for. The whole name of the game, though, is do not give too much confidence to indicators like EMAs. Volume comes first. VIX, the market, comes even firster, if that's a word. First, primary is the market. So if you're having something telling you to buy puts, but yet the EMAs are telling you one thing, you always go with the market and the volume first. Then you go with the EMAs. Do not make a decision putting the indicators first. I promise you, it's just a bad way to go. You're welcome, Lee Rat. You're welcome. Where can I read your strategy? Join the Discord. Join the Discord. So, yeah. I don't mind it. It's weird people calling me OM, so either way, Lee Rat. All right, 5-minute up here, 3-minute. Still up here. Still up here at the top. Let's see how this thing works out today. It looks like it's definitely going to be a range-bound day, at least in the morning. At least in the morning. Just open Iron Condor, 43.50, 43.80, 44.40, and 44.70 credit. Okay, 55 credit. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, SPY may get a little dippy here. Qs are up at the top of their range, and they are kind of tiptoeing here with their all-time highs, 368.48, which is, almost down to the penny pivot. So interesting concept. VIX kind of is still trading sideways. XLK is getting a little sell-off. The XLF is not really holding. Got this doji forming right there. So tech sector is all green except for Microsoft. Tesla still up with a point plus 2%. They're usually always up or always down. They're never like neutral. So SPY sell off right there. Hanging out in 3-minute chart. Welcome to those who are new to the channel. How many people we got today? 526 people watching. That is, I think that's a new channel record. So welcome to everybody watching. 533, and that number is still increasing. If you wouldn't do me a favor, go ahead and hit the video, give the video a like. It helps us grow, helps attract more people to learn the system. Just use a TradingView link. When do you get the benefits of the $30? I think you have to sign up. I think you have to at least pay for 1 month, I think, and you get the benefits. That's the way it was played out to me. So big sell-off here on SPY. Just dropped from 439.98 down to 439.57. Now watch the EMAs here. 21 EMA. Squeeze momentum is ending back down into the it looks trending back towards the red. And then the volume node on the 3-minute is right here. Going to the 5. All right, 5-minute node here coming down to the 21 EMA, and we're popping out of this distribution. Let's see how that works. Down here, we have another distribution down here at 439.18. I'll be watching that one. Not related to trading, your personality makes this live stream even better. Love your enthusiasm. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do love what I'm doing. I do love what I'm doing a lot. So I love helping. I love discussing all things finance. To me, financial knowledge is, it's like somebody handing you a key that unlocks the door to freedom. And I don't necessarily mean monetary freedom, but you can, like, anybody with the propensity to learn and the desire to learn can learn anything finance related. I am not a financial genius, I promise you. But I learned how to do this, and I learned how to do it. And, I think because of my discipline and my ability to control my emotions is why I'm more successful than the average trader. That's my opinion. It's not the fact that I learned a golden nugget, a crystal ball indicator. It's the fact that I can control my emotions. So there's something about having a fantastic speaking voice that makes people want to listen. Well, that's funny because I've never been told I had a good voice before until I started doing this stuff. All right. Lee Rat's on hold with customer service. Tribe says, what's considered a good volume for stocks to play a call or a put? On the stock itself, I don't necessarily focus on the volume. I look at relative volume. On the options, I do look at the volume in the options chain. And it actually affects if I decide to choose SPY or SPX. If I see no volume in SPX, I'm not touching it. I'll go with SPY. Even if it is higher commissions, I don't care. In the big scheme of things, I don't really care about commissions. It's just part of doing business. Now, I will go SPX as much as I can to avoid that. But if there's no volume, I'm not going to trade SPX. That would have been a nice play, Lee Rat, for sure. So, call me Lee. All right, Lee. I'll call you Lee. All right, Bob Blah Blah says, he said the options market itself is not feeding live prices to all the brokers, and that's just an industry-wide issue, not just E-Trade. Grab a copy of a complete guide to volume price analysis. I need to contact Anna Colling and tell her that I have generated an enormous amount of revenue for her the past 3 months. You're welcome. Volume price analysis. The entire name of the book is A Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis, and that's by Anna Colling. And you can find that on Amazon. But that is the number one. If someone were to ask me, if you're going to an island that for some reason you have a computer and you're stuck on a deserted island with an internet connection, maybe you connect to Starlink with Elon Musk Starlink the satellites, and you have one book to bring with you to help you trade, it would be Volume Price Analysis by Anna Colling. Yeah, blah blah blah. It is a solid handle for sure. Yeah, I've been having fun with that one. Yeah, Ezekiel. Just don't use E-Trade on that island. It's funny. I'd love to do that, Badger. It's a great idea. I'd love that. 528 people watching the channel. Wish we could join in on some action. I know it's a inconvenient day to join the channel for the first day. I promise, because the way the options chains are rolling. But you know what? We'll get back to it. It might be a good thing. Maybe it may. This may be a blessing in disguise. It'll keep me from doing any euphoric trading after smashing my my weekly record last week. Last week was fantastic, man. All of July has been absolutely incredible. Last week was a cherry on top. So, you know, maybe that's good. I still am Alan Frog. I'm still currently a pilot with the Air Force. Right now, it's not really bullish or bearish. It's just playing the range. You know, I don't think that we're going to have a trend up or trend down. We're going to play the range. So right now, I would see how this reacts. You've got the 34 EMA coming up in the 5-minute chart. We'll see how it reacts. VIX wants to turn up. We'll see here at 1862 how that wants to manipulate. We have another 8 cents. I cadet, that is affirmative. I was a crypto linguist in the USAF. Nice, nice. I'm about to be Air Force retired. Nice. Boy in Texas. Nicely done. Thank you for your service. I appreciate that. Morning Rage said, yeah, it definitely does look like a range day. So luckily we're not missing too much action with the option chain being down. But I would be aggravated if last week if the option chain was down on Friday. Melissa, yes and no. And she asked, are range days usually just theta killers as far as calls are concerned? I mean, a theta will kill both calls and puts, but it all depends. On tight range days, like some days we have like a 40, 50 cent range, which like the range is tight. I don't like to trade those. That is a day I'll sell a strangle, forget about it, and not really make a trade unless something obvious comes up. But a day like today, you can make some pretty good money. It's not a day to hold. It's not a day to hold. All right, all right. Yeah, those yellow dots are the morning session ranges, and that goes from market open until 10:05 Eastern. I do have a good video on the session ranges and my educational content on YouTube, the educational series. Not really, Ezekiel. If earnings blow it out of the water, it may fluctuate a little bit, but I don't think it's going to have too much effect on it. Honestly, I think people give too much weight to events like that on the SPY at least. I've got mine at 439.56. Do the days of the week impact how you trade? Not necessarily. No, it used to, but not anymore. I was just reading the press release, SL, not just you know, not that was my opinion. Yeah, a complete guide to volume price analysis. Yeah. Yeah, it's this is a it's an E-Trade. It looks like a system wide thing with E-Trade being affected as well. So I mean, I'd like to consider making a trade. I just can't right now. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. But right now, I would probably look at. I'd have calls ready to go. I'll be watching right now. SPY is coming down off, bouncing off the 34 EMA. I'm going to switch back to the 3. VIX is increasing, and it might get a rejection off of the session highs of 1862. Q's getting some green here, so definitely a range day. I would just play the ups and downs. Yeah, it seems to be E-Trade right now. Everything else seems to be back up. So definitely looking for E-Trade to get things back online. If anybody's working for E-Trade, go hit up somebody in the IT room. Say, hey, wipe the Cheeto dust off your fingers and plug the little cord back in and get things working again. I got some trades to make. Still on hold with them. All right, Q's right there, a little red. XLF is still in the uptrend, a little red there. XLK is, I don't know, fluctuating to the downside. VIX is going to be the key component today. We're just going to be range bound unless the VIX starts to play ball. So as long as this thing stays flat, not much is going to go down. So put down the Cheeto dust so we can make some cheddar. That's right. That's right. May I ask why you consider this a range day so far? Because we bounced off that top range, and now we're stuck right smack dab in the middle. So we are range bound. Not making new highs, not making new lows. We're just right smack dab in the middle. How do you know what expiration day to look at? I go by deltas, and I go by kind of a premium. And so when I form my strategy, when I form my watch list, I don't want something that's too far out. I don't want something that's too short. I narrowed down the strikes that I choose based on my personal tolerance for risk. I found that when I went like a week and a half out, I didn't get enough return. I didn't like it. I was leaving profits on the table. And I don't think a day trader or a scalper needs to trade that long because you're going to leave profits on the table. 1 and 0 day DTEs were way, way, way too aggressive. Sure, you could get a 30% gain on a very small movement, but you can get smoked out. And yeah, people say, well, why don't you just set stops? But you're going to get stuck. If your accuracy is your need for accuracy is so high that you're going to get stopped at all the time. If you have any risk management, you're going to get stopped at all the time because you have to be so precise with your entries. Yep, 5 to 7 DTE. That's pretty much where I hang out too. Sometimes 3, sometimes 7, or sometimes 5, sometimes 7. Options trade still ain't working. Options chain is still not working here. I'm gonna close down and see if I can reopen. See if I don't know if that'll change everything. It looks like everyone else is still having the same issue. Yep, still nothing. Yeah, they are. They're probably gonna be dealing with a crap ton of calls right now. Imagine your stress. Another benefit of not holding overnight. Imagine the stress if you've got like, if you held calls overnight and you needed to sell up here at 440 and you couldn't do it, and now it's going down. Like I would be so mad. So SPY is coming back down. This low volume may have this E Trade may have something to do with it. I mean, E Trade's one of the biggest brokers out there. You can't place trades. So all right, just looking around here. All right, so VIX is at the 1862 level. Let's see if that rejects. $18.62 again, right there. All right, SPY is down here. All the EMAs and 3-minute chart are kind of sandwiched together here. Hey, big green on the Q, and guess what? I can't buy calls. XLK, XLF, I'd probably take a call somewhere around this area when SPY came down, if I had to guess. XLF is dipping hard. XLK and tech sector are rebounding pretty good. Similar setup from Friday so far in terms of the price movement. So I would wait for XLF to show a touch green or at least wick out, and then I would probably look at taking a call here in SPY. VIX is up here at 1862. Yep, SPY call. SPY call. Sorry, I'm flowing through here. Can you show how you stretch out the chart vertically? My 3-minute chart is compressed. Okay, well, let's go to SPY 3-minute. So you see here, you can auto cage the chart by clicking the auto button right here. And then if you want to stretch it out, just take your cursor and wait till you get the little up and down arrow right there. Click your cursor or your left mouse, and you can stretch it. You could compress it, and then when you're done, you can just go back to auto. And this allows me to get a little more detail on the chart. So if I want to see some fine details, I'll really do that and match it in, and I can zoom in and out too. So I could zoom in on some candles if I want to see that. And then when I'm done, auto cage. There you go. I'm on the 3-minute and 5-minute. Let's see, Brian Taylor, if stuff is not matching up, make sure you've got extended hours turned on, because it will change with extended hours coming on and off. So make sure that's blued up. Do you have the video on using the VIX as an indicator? Nope. I think I'm going to do that next. A lot of people seem to ask that question. And I'm using E-Trade. Yeah. So look, tech sector is all green. XLK is all green. XLF is starting to green up here, and VIX is not wanting to climb. I'd probably enter a call here if it were me. See, we're starting to get a green here, and let tech sector start to bring this thing back up. That to me looks like this. I mean, look, you got the supported volume here. That thing did get wicked out. I would try, now that I see this thing is starting to climb up here, a call entry looks pretty heavy right here. So that's what I would do. Obviously, I can't do that, but that's what I would do. Yep, that's right, Kidesh. It's yeah. Made an entry here before OM called it. Nice, ace. XLF starting to rebound. VIX is starting to sell off. This would be a good, nice call trade for me. I'd be happy getting this trade. I wish I could take it. I wish I could take it. If this thing goes to 50%, I'm counting it as a win. Even if I'm not in it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alan Frog, I grabbed a 442 just before he said that. Nicely done. Nicely done. Y'all are learning. Look at that. Look at that nice big old green candle. Now what y'all want to do, that's not what I want to do because I didn't demonstrate. What y'all want to do is look at the volume and then look at the markets. Don't stay on SPY for more than 45 seconds. Look, Qs are raging. VIX is starting to fall. XLK is following suit. XLF is getting some green. I want to focus on now that I see follow through with tech. Look at that. Qs just popped new highs. Man, this is going to be a good play. If y'all get on some calls, this is about to be a good play. Look at that. I knew that was going up without even looking at it. VIX is, if this red candle continues, y'all about to have some serious gains on these calls. I can't take calls because the option chain's not working. I can't get in a position. So I can't trade. I'm just physically unable to trade. Deltas, assuming the deltas are correct, they were 0.4 deltas. You should paper trade and count it as a win. I use TradingView. There you go. All right, Qs are up there. VIX is still falling, a little wicked out here. This will be a key determinant to see what happens with this little red candle. So, why no backup broker? I've never had to worry about it. E-Trade's always been very good to me. Oh, look at that big sell-off on the red. Q's there. XLF is back to green. Tech sector still strong, though. VIX flipped green. I would watch this red candle carefully right here. Things are going to be a little wonky because, you know, a very large portion of the trading population is unable to trade today. You should do a video on how you rotate through ETFs when in a trade. I could do that one as well. There's a whole bunch of different videos I need to do. 543 people watching. That is definitely a new record. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, Q's wicking out here on this red. Let's see if it flips green. All right, see the VIX. That green candle on the VIX just got wicked out. So if I saw this, when I flip over to SPY, I'm going to anticipate at least a red candle getting wicked out or a green candle forming. And that's exactly what I see, a green candle forming. I did that blind. I just by knowing the VIX, look, that thing start to form green. That's why it's so important to watch the whole market. I know VIX, I know SPY is turning green without even seeing SPY. At QQQ, I want to see that continue follow on. I want to see the VIX continue to fall. I want to see XLK rebound here. I want to see XLF continue to go back up. When do you plan on updating your strategy video? Very soon. Very soon. It does need to be updated. XLF getting some green. SPY continue going back up. Nice. Well done if you took a call there. Well done. You should probably be up about 10% right now. I would probably guess on that movement, depending on which premiums you decide to go with. If I was taking a trade here, I would look at exiting the trade somewhere here. I wouldn't let it test too far over there. I'd be pretty close to exiting around this top of the range until I saw some confidence that it's going to blow through. Now, if volume is picking up and high, I'll hold it. But that's the place. That's my first sticking point I would watch, is that 440 level. Yes, it does. Home at last. Yes, it does. Another red candle here on the SPY. XLK, so XLF right there. SPY doesn't even want to get back up. So right here on the POC on the 3 minute, let's go to the 5. There, 34 EMA sideways, 21 and 8. Volume is decreasing though. There's not much volume here at all. See that? So this is not too concerning with me. There's no volume here. This doesn't shake me out too much. I just want to see how this candle plays out. See, it gets completely wicked out. That's a good thing. Buyers are still there. However, we got 2 red candles in a row. You've got a red candle here, a bright red on the squeeze Momo. But I like the fact that this is getting wicked out. VIX is still green. Qs, big candle on the Qs here. So be careful if you're holding calls. Where you have some weight coming down here. You should be up a little bit at least. XLF has got some big green. Just don't be greedy on a day like today. So if you're up 8-10%, that's a great win. If you bought down here, you should be up about 8-10%. So that should be a good win, if not a little more. I would just be careful here. With this weight coming into SPY or Qs, look at this. Another red candle forming. VIX is still not really wanting to move. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm here, Bobby. That's why I'm here. I'm here to teach, Betty. So, no big at all. No big thing at all. 592 people watching, now 593 and still growing. Ostreva says, what does a bright red and a dark red on the squeeze momentum mean? I will preface this with I do have a great video on the squeeze momentum indicator, so might be a good day to watch it if you do have E-Trade and you can't watch and trade. But you've got 4 components or 6 components. You've got bright green, dark green, bright red, dark red, and then the gray candle and the dark black candle here. So what happens is if you have a bright green candle and a gray cross like here, that means the squeeze has released to the upside, which means momentum has increased to the upside. See this? Right up. When you've got a dark green candle, that means it's fading, which to me, that would indicate an exit point. That means it's fading. Volume and momentum is fading, and you're coming back down. Once you get a black cross, that means you are entered the squeeze. That means there's not really any momentum to the buyers or the sellers. It's flat. And then once you start to see the bright red come in, big red candle here on the SPY, so Qs are still selling off here. I wouldn't hesitate to take profits. Me personally, VIX is starting to increase. It's starting to look a little weak, and it might at least test the bottom of the range. So yeah, just be careful here. Things are looking a little hairy at the moment. Yeah, so when like the downside here, now we've got a bright red candle, so we know that sellers are starting to come in. If I were to get a gray cross on the downside, we may get a fight. That means the squeeze has reached to the downside. I wouldn't buy calls here, Tristan. Things are starting to break down. Qs are breaking down. VIX is going up here. XLK and XLF, we're having a whole market breakdown here, so we're testing the bottom of the range. So yeah, if you did take calls here, hopefully you took your profits up here, 10-15%ish, and a big red candle here to the bottom of the range. And now the ADMA is below the 21 on the 3-minute chart. Watch out for the 34 because we popped through the 34. Let's go to the 5-minute. Man, we blasted right through all the EMAs, so things are looking a little hairy at the moment. A little hairy. I'll be watching the volume. Right now, it is a supported drop. Look at this. Big red candle, big red price action. It's supported, so just be careful. Boo, boo. We've got 9 more people until we hit 8,000 in the Discord. Man, it's been a crazy run. Crazy run. For those old OG members that's been around, we've been around in existence for a huge, long 3 months. What is it? 4 months. April, May, June, July. We're ending our 4th month. So 8,000 Discord members in 4 months, 10,200 or almost 11,000 in Reddit, and now almost 7,000 on YouTube. So crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I appreciate the support, man. Awesome stuff. The community's growing like never before. This weekend was insane. People wanting to learn. There's a huge desire to learn. All right, so we bounced right off of the lower range. That's 439.28. And once again, the ranges play perfectly. VWAP bounce on the Qs. VIX is upward trending but red. Big green candle right there on the bottom. VIX looking heavy. Yep, VIX is still hovering right up here at the top of the range. 1867. So we haven't been there since July 21st, which was 5 days ago. There's a big red candle on the VIX. That should show some upside to SPY. There you go, right there. Congrats, recently joined. Appreciate the live trading videos. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Appreciate you being here. I'm here to help. Like, I want people to learn. All right, come on, E-Trade. Let's go, man. I'm ready to make some money. They have no ETA on the fix. They better have an ETA on the fix. Booyah. Twitter meltdown is pretty entertaining, I bet. Yeah, I haven't even opened up my Twitter since the Mocha market opened. Q's falling off. Yep, there's a little green there. So, yeah. I've been rage tweeting. That's funny. All right, little green forming here. Bottom of the range, VIX. Hey, a little low on the VIX here. This is good for SPY. Good for calls. Q's got a little green there. XLF is still on the increase. FAANG is all green still. Microsoft is playing the bottom of their range. Tesla, a little red there at the top. Well, John, you know, a good practice of this is do actual paper trading. Since you actually can't do any trading, like write down prices. You know, write down the price you would enter, the stock price. Just focus on the stock price, and you know, plan an exit. Write it down and see if it actually works. Like you can still practice with this. You can still practice. Yeah. Someone says, Ace says it's worth mentioning that you're not going to have 100% gains all the time. For sure. You know, for those who saw the 100% gain on Friday and joined, like, you know, don't expect 100% gains all the time. Usually day traders and scalpers don't reach 100% because, you know, they scalp or they day trade. So the fact that a day trader is able to get 100%, it's fantastic. That's why that win was massive on Friday. I love it because I don't trade zero DTEs. You know, trading a 4-day, 5-day DTE and get 100% is amazing. And now we get 20%ers all the time, 30%ers all the time. But 100%, yeah, 100% was awesome. Hopefully, we could throw this in every once in a while. Just not, don't count on 100%ers often. Oh, hey, do you ever use back testing such as on demand during your trading career? I want to practice trading on the weekend. Yeah, so I do. When I'm testing some things, I'll use the replay function here on TradingView, which is fantastic. Fantastic. It's awesome stuff. VIX is slightly lagging. Slightly lagging. A new book for newbies. In the Trading in the Zone is pretty good. The first trading related book that I read was Market Hedge Fund Wizards, Hedge Fund Market Wizards, and it's just a very high level macro view of how like $1 billion, $1 million traders are able to read the market to make a trade. Y'all have to realize the big dudes don't do technical analysis. They're not looking at lines on a chart. They're learning how to read the market, fiscal policy, monetary policy, news events, global events. If Russia invades China or whatever geopolitical military event you see, how that affects the markets. They read everything. If you can learn to read the market, right then and there, you will become a 90% better trader. If trading was about technical indicators, I could teach my kids how to have a 90% win rate. All you got to do is read the lines. All you got to do is pick the right indicator, and you could just enter and exit. But that's not about that. So that's why Hedge Fund Market Wizards is a great book, because it opened my eyes to the big picture. It opened my eyes that if I want to become a successful trader, I need to learn the market, not how to trade a chart. It's not about chart reading. It's about learning the market, and that is how you separate yourself from the retail schmucks on Reddit to being a profitable trader. Yep, 10 to 15% a day is keeps the 9 to 5 job away. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Yep. Yeah, I'm at WSB. It's fine. Yeah, Bob Lablaw says to get a valid options price, you need to load up the option chain you need and send your strike to the market. I did that, and I didn't get filled. I tried doing one contract to see if it would get filled, and it wouldn't do it. Been here in the Discord for a month now. Have learned so much and been taking my trades my own. Andy, awesome stuff. Yeah, I've seen you in and out. La Tumba Gata. So thanks for being here, man. Thanks for supporting the community and doing some trading. You know we're all retail schmucks from the Reddit, right? Yeah, but I'm trying to strip that status away from you. Trying to strip that away from you. Buddy, there should be a 3 to 4 second delay normally. Here, you know what? I'll count it out. I'll move my mouse and see it. Hold on. Let's see here. So there's a 4.5 second, 5 second delay, about 4.5 to 5 seconds. I just counted it. If you're still holding those calls, well done. There's a big old green. You should be up quite a bit. So yeah, look at that big green candle on the SPY. VIX is starting to fall. That's what I wanted to see. God, I wish I could take a call. So well done, well done. Things are starting to climb. XLK is climbing. SLP, SPY, Qs. Everything looks very bullish at the moment. This was the huge determinant. We've been range bound. This is what I wanted to see with the VIX. Now that VIX is going, I'd be taking a call. So I would already be in a call, honestly. I would have held a long time ago. So if you're in a call, well done. Well done. Still can't take nothing. Let's see. What was that? 431, 439.41, 439.90. That's a 50 cent. That would probably be about a 25%, 30% win, 25% gain on that move, roughly. Maybe a 20% gain. Is it too late to jump in a call now? I wouldn't enter a call here. I would never enter in the middle of the range. I wouldn't sell. Like if I had my call, I wouldn't be selling because I see upward candle. I see supported volume. I see VIX still on the downtrend here. I see the VIX still going down. EMAs are switched. Qs are still up. That might concern me a little. Wick out there. XLF is still bullish. I wouldn't sell, but I don't like to buy in the middle of the range. I like to buy top and bottom of the range. Just join the Discord. What's up, Simone? What's going on, buddy? 550 people watching the YouTube channel right now. Hey, big sell. Look at that. Big selling volume just came in here. So we'll see how that thing goes. SPY is touching the top of the range. Look at that. It rejected the top. We didn't even quite get to the top of the range. We rejected this earlier high. So, yeah. Look at that. Big supported volume. Now out would close because that's a huge sell candle right there, and it's starting to come to the down. We'll see. That is why I don't chase. That is why I don't chase right there. I'm jealous y'all get to join in on some fun. I wish I could join with you. Yep, don't chase, Nick. Look at that follow-on red candle right here. VIX is green, Q's there. Billy Mo. Putting on the hat. I love it. I love it. VIX is green here. Expect a little downside, but SPY. So we rejected this top level. So I would be cautious if we come back up to that level again. If I wanted lower risk, would you play shorter DTE in our expiration? I'd have to look at the Greeks to tell you that. The Greeks are what tells me how much risk to put on or take off. 541 people watching. If you are new to the channel and you're not in the Discord, go join. Go join. Wealth of information. I usually hang out in the Patreon chat room since we've got now over 300 people. That is a lot of information there. I hang out there. That's where I discuss, answer questions, people at me, and that gets you out of the general chatter of the. Since we have 8,000 people now, it's easy to get lost up in the chatter. So, one of the benefits of joining, that's where I hang out during the day and answer all the questions. Good stuff. Not to mention the Veteran Exotics. Everyone knows him. He's our community genius. That dude knows more than anybody, and he's able to answer questions. So just a couple of benefits of joining the Patreon. A lot of people joined today. I think we've had 20 people add just today alone. Awesome growth. People want to learn, man. I love it. That's what I want to see, is people with a desire to learn. You don't see that very much these days. People want things handed to them. People want things handed to them. They don't want to learn. So All right, double red here on SPY, 3-minute big red candles. VIX here. Just be careful. That range is starting to tighten. I want things handed to me. Hand them to yourself, Henry. Learn enough where you can hand yourself your freedom. Your freedom's in your own hands. 546 people watching. I wonder if we can get to 600. The dude below me on my watch list has 6,000 people watching. Teach me how to fish. Just make sure you give me some good bait. Nick, yes, I use Pro Plus on TradingView. All right, some red coming in here. So, yeah, be aware. This is where the price rejected, 439.94, and that's right in this range. So it didn't even get to the top of the range. So I was looking at the 442s, the July 30th 442s, Andy. And that was right here is when I told y'all to, where was it? What was it, here? I think it was here I told you to buy. Yeah, it was right there. So, what was it 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern is when I told y'all to buy. I like my fish fried with chips on the side. I love fried fish. One of my favorite things in the world is some good fried fish. Some good trout. Fried trout. Man, love it. People want to learn, but they're tired of paying for it or being taken advantage of. Yeah, I completely agree. There are people out there charging $400 a month for their quote-unquote course. Like, are you kidding me? And everything in that course is stuff you could Google. Fried crab claws. I love it. It's my wife's favorite food in the world is fried crab claws. You gained my trust the moment you didn't try to sell me a course. Yeah, I would never do that. All that crap in the course, quote-unquote $400 course. I even saw one dude charge $1,000, $9.99 a month on Twitter for a stupid course. And all you had to do is Google it. Like, are you kidding me right now? You want to charge people $1,000? You're crazy. You're crazy. I challenge anybody out there to find a better system than mine that's more successful than mine and see if I'm charging $400 a month. You're out of your mind. $400 a month. Some people say they're bidding. Oh, nope. Bids are. I almost got excited there for a second. I saw the asks. No, bids are still zero. I've seen courses in the multiple thousand. That's crazy. That's crazy. People like to hear things. Yeah, I mean, people do like being told what to do. You're absolutely right, Mitchell. But my thing is I want people to think for themselves. Like, I'm here to help you all. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to give you everything that I've learned. I am not a financial genius at all. I taught myself how to do this. My dad didn't know anything about anything in terms of finance. The only finance he taught me was taking my money. I had a terrible childhood, by the way, but I won't Dr. Phil you too much. I taught myself everything. And I want y'all to learn too. If I can do it, I promise anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You're absolutely right, Genesis. You're absolutely right. Your bid prices are back on mobile E-Trade. Yeah. All right, my chat said it was just disconnected. Let's see here. I don't know. All right, green back up here. Watch the 439.40 or 439.90 level. Watch this level if it goes back up there. I hope so, Brittany. That's all. That's why I'm here, is to help people. To help people. What strategy do you employ for such a tight range day? It's not. It's the thing. It is a range day. The range is actually pretty good, the actual set range, but the price action range is tight. I'm still happy with calls here. Like, it's still trending up. It's just you want to be very careful here. I probably see the big red on VIX. If the VIX takes out this range and comes back down, SPY is going to rage. Things are definitely still looking bullish for the sectors. It's just being very careful. Power E-Trade is now showing bid prices. Not mine. Let me restart. Hold on a second. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on a second. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Nope. Not for me. Not for me. For your paper trading account? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why. New reviewer here looking for more streamers who scalp options more than stocks. So hope you're having a great morning and excited to be a part of Options Millionaire. Kaylee, awesome stuff. Thanks for being here. That's exactly what I do. I scalp, I day trade. Back in the day, I used to swing options. I will do that again if the price comes down and touch the 50. I know I said that last time and I didn't do it. I made a call last Monday that if the price touches the 50 MA on the 1 year chart, I was going to buy a 3-week dated call, priced at $438, which was at the time $16 outside the money, and didn't take it. And that call ended up going up 400%. So next time we touch the 50 MA on the 1 year chart, I'm taking it. More green coming in. Do I dabble in high caps or only ETFs? Well, my entire career, I've always traded everything. Everything. ETFs, stocks, REITs, everything you can think of, I've traded it. The past 6 months, I've only been trading strictly SPY and SPX. And then occasionally I'll dabble in the Qs. But yeah. So is VIX dipping? Is VIX dipping? Look at that. VIX broke lows again, so it's good for calls. I say watch this up here, 439, 440, 440.90. So yeah. Trying to read all these questions. You got a lot of stuff coming in here. Been on the Discord since day one, first time. Eventually, when we've got 2,000 and 3,000 people watching, it's going to be hard to monitor this chat. It's going to be hard to answer questions. How many contracts do I usually buy? I don't disclose my position sizes. However, 1 week I did decide to post my position sizes just for transparency. Like I know y'all need to gain that trust. And at that week I was trading 200 lots of SPY. So 200 contracts. All right, SPY is starting to go parabolic, it looks like. Can you make a video on your chart setup and indicator? Yes, I can, Jamie. Yes, I can. You know what? I'm going to make a video on I'm going to make a note on 2 videos. Hold on a second. The first one is VIX video, and the second one is chart setup and indicators. I like it. I like it. All right, what did Melissa ask? Yep, SPY on the 50 SMA. I use the simple moving average. The simple moving average in the 1 year chart is money. Are you going to be looking at puts at the top of the range? Yes, Steven. Yes, I will. You will need a chat admin, Cortez. Yeah. All right, SPX is showing up for Howard and blah, blah, blah. So let me take a look. Maybe I'll have to go over and trade some SPX. Standby 1. SPX. It's in the game. All right, finally, I got some bid asks on SPX. Let's go back to SPY. All right, no prices in SPY, so it looks like SPX can be played. So I will start trying to play some SPX. Well, the difference between me and other people is that I advertise my losses. You know, I take losses. You can see all of them. Back in June, I took 4 losses in a row. So it happens. You know, and I want to teach people that it's normal. We have this culture where you're like, oh, no one takes losses. You know, everyone takes losses. It's all about how you handle losses. All right, here. Let's see what we got going. All right, so I'm going to be trading some SPX. Let me take a look at the FCS auction chain and take a look at the Greeks, and I'll formulate a watch list. I'll be going with the July 28th for SPX. Still low volume, though. Still low volume. Probably because things are just now coming online. All right. 44.10. There's a delta's 44.20 calls, and then I'll do 44.40 puts. Let me post these. This is just a watch list. Obviously, I'm not taking a position yet. I'll be very obvious when I'm taking a position. SPX, I'm going to be doing July 28th. July 28th. 4440 calls, and then 4400 puts. All right, let's do a little shaking and bacon. Bacon. Things are still going up here. So well done if you're still holding those calls. Well done. Exit about 8% gain. Nicely done. If it breached 440, would I buy? I wouldn't buy here. It all depends how it reacts to the top of the range. Qs are got a little green here. VIX is downtrending here, so things are definitely looking bullish here. Definitely looking bullish. XLF and XLF has got a little red. XLK is green. SPY is here. The name of the game today is don't be greedy. When you're playing inside the range, you cannot be greedy. I'm not going to have the same level of conviction as I did on Friday with that crazy bullish action. You just don't have the support that you did Friday. For SPY, if I could trade it, I would be looking at, let's see if things are updated. If you can get an SPY, I'd be looking at the 440. I'd have to look, assuming my deltas are correct on my screen, I'd be doing 441s and 437s. 441s, 437s. Yep, July SPX I'm doing the 28th. On SPY I'll be doing the July 30th. Well, that's the thing. You know, people make the comment all the time that puts are more risky than calls, and they're not. It's just a vehicle that you have to that's at your disposal to use. And what makes them risky is that people make it an emotional play. If you're saying there's no way SPY there's no way SPY can continue to go up, so I'm going to take a put, that's an emotional play. And if you do that, you're going to lose. And that's what makes them risky. Inherently, puts are no more riskier than calls. You just got to know when to play them. Not if you're not holding overnight. I'm not holding overnight. So would I adjust my strategy if your account was under 25K and were subject to PDT rules? Play more cautious. Probably, yeah. Probably now. Any advice on how to grow small accounts? Small position sizes and very strict rules. A lot of people have the notion and the thought that since they have a small account that they have to YOLO it in order to grow it. When it's the exact opposite, you need to protect your account with vigor. You have to protect it because that's all you got. And if you blow up an account, you know that's all you got. All right, SPY is still climbing up here. That's I made the call here at 439.40. We're now at 440.04, so it should be almost a dollar move. That's about a 30% gain, 25% gain, depending on which call you took. So 20% gain so far. And I can't talk today. I'm all over the place. Do you like any stocks in the long term? Yeah, I like them all. Boeing's the big one. Look at that. Look at that. SPY is a good one, obviously. Apple. I mean, I've got all FAANG. I've got a bunch of stocks in my portfolio. So 35%. Nice, Mitchell. Well done. Peter, I didn't post an entry because I couldn't take a play because E-Trade was down. But I just said, hey, if I could make a trade, I would take a call. So I told him right here. That's where I told y'all, right there. That's where I'd take a call. I just couldn't take it because E-Trade was down. No, I don't, Henry. I do not take weeklies. Rumor has it that if you hit the like button, you rally. 147 people like it. I love it. All right, so I've got my SPX up here, order forms. I'm going to see how this reacts to the top. Qs are there. I'll be watching for a sign of reversal of playing the range. If I held calls here, I'd be very careful right here because we already rejected once, and we're all the way to the top. And cue the music. There it is. 8,000 people officially in the Discord server. 8,006. What a milestone. Awesome stuff. Spy works now too. Awesome. Man, that's awesome stuff. I'd love to see it. I can't thank you enough, Ezekiel. What'd you get? 10% gain in hell from -% using a strategy. Awesome. Thank you very much for doing that, man. Awesome. Yeah. Congrats. Well done. Well done on that call. This should be up pretty hefty right now. How often do I stream? I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube. I also co-stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the Patreon chat, the voice channel. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I only exclusively stream on the Patreon chat. That's one of the benefits of being a Patreon member is you get Tuesdays and Thursdays with me as well. My orders are available to view on the free Discord. It's if you cannot see them, it's because you need to assign yourself a role. So go into the getting started channel and assign yourself a role, and you'll be able to see it. Christian said he'd play the Rocky theme for me, but to be a YouTube copyright infringement. I'll play it tomorrow when we're on the Discord chat. If you would like to be a part of the Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's the link. You can join up there, and you'll be able to be a part of the Tuesdays and Thursdays live streams, as well as get access to all the Patreon channels. Man, it's awesome stuff. That's where I hang out during the trading day talking. All right, thoughts on puts here. So, hey, 600 people watching the YouTube channel. Awesome stuff. That's the first time we've ever hit 600 people. So welcome to all the people that are just joining, not jining. Little red here on the Qs. SPY is at the top of the range. VIX is got a little green. I want to see how that fluctuates. We're kind of no man's land with the VIX. XLF is red. I'll be watching this level closely here. XLE, XLB, just taking a little stroll around the market. XLF is red there at top of the range. XLF is here. VIX has got some green. So my inkling would be to plan for puts, but I'm not entering anything until I have confirmation. Yep, you get podcasts too. I post a weekly podcast, Making Millionaires podcast, in the Patreon. Am I able to trade again? Yes, I can trade SPX now. I haven't made a trade though, but I'm looking at it. And as I've been told that SPY can be traded now too, which it looks like it can be, yes. So we will be doing some trading on the SPY. What I would like to see to take puts is pop up above the range and then get blown out. Just down, sold off and down. Back to the range because that'll sell off. That's usually how some range days play. Do you do this live trading every day or is it very often? I live stream every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesdays and Thursdays as well on the Patreon chat. So it's usually every day. Occasionally, I'll have a live event come up that'll keep me from live streaming, but I usually announce it. But the vast majority of the time, I'm able to stream. Jack MacMad asks, when you entering a buy, are you going in with a limit or just a market order? I always do a limit. It doesn't really matter too much with SPY, but SPX it does matter because the spreads are a lot higher on SPX than SPY. All right, I'll make SPY my first trade of the day. SPX volume is just not there. It's just not there. So I'll be doing SPY to start the morning off in the event that I take a trade. Right now I've got put order forms pulled up, and I'll be looking at the 439. Ooh. Yeah, 439. Yeah, 439. In the event that I do take a trade, I'll be looking at the 439s. Puts. But I'm not taking that. I've got them ready just in case this does break down. It plays the ranges. That's what I'm looking at, a range play. Yep, that's probably exactly why, Paul. And that's what I said earlier. So we'll see how this thing shakes out. Qs are uptrending. VIX is red. XLF is still uptrending. Everything right now is still bullish. So I'm not looking at taking puts yet. I'm just planning just in case we have a range bounce. I'm not taking a call up here because I'm not gonna. It's too risky of a call take. Like E-Trade came back online like right here, so I'm not gonna take a top of the call here. It all depends on your position size. If you're only trading 1 or 2 contracts, then volume's not too critical. But if you're trading 200, 250 contracts, you need to look at volume. On SPX, if you're trading 30, 40, 50 contracts, you need to look at volume. It all depends on what you're doing. 8% on top, look, it can beat up, all right? 8%, hey, 8% is still amazing. Because, buddy, we are in a range day, and until this thing breaks out and then confirms up, I have no reason to think otherwise that we won't reject the top. 440.23 is the session high. 440.30 is the all-time high, which we are approaching, and we'll see how that plays out. VIX is still falling. If VIX continues to fall and we get confirmation just like we just did, I guess now that E-Trade is back online, that we're raging, that we're going back up. Man, look at these. Look at this bullish action, man. If you're still holding those calls from this morning, you're going to be way up. So, look at this. God. So this, obviously, if this continues like this, if VIX continues to fall down, then I'll look at just taking some. Look at that. Immediately got sold off. I'll look at taking calls. But I want to see what I'm prepping for is a reversal off the top of the range. 440.39. Let's see here. Take a look at the options chain. Yeah, so 442s would probably be the best bet. Yeah, 442s. This thing is still raging. Crazy, crazy action. The VIX is still falling here, getting wicked out there. Mm. Man, look at that. Look at that action. All right, so I really want to start focused on the volume. That's volume supported candle here. Let's see how this one reacts. Qs. Big green on the Qs, XLK. So it looks like now that E-Trade's back online, things are going nuts. XLF is coming to the top of their range. VIX has got some green here. VIX has got some green. Yeah, me too, Lee. I'm looking right here. I'm looking right here. So yes, it's we're at the top of the range. You know, we've had 4 trend days last week, so the odds of us going trend on a 5th day are very slim. Not saying it won't, it's just slim. So I want to be very careful what's going on here. This is a decision point right here for the market to tell me what to do. And this thing is just going parabolic. It's crazy. I mean, the price changed so quick. You know, I've got to update the watch list fast enough. But right now, I'm looking at the options chain now. SPY, I'm going with July 30th. Let's do 442 still, because right now that delta is 39. That's where I want to stick my deltas. I'll go to 438 puts because it's a 34 delta. No, let's do 30 is a 40 delta. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 438s and the 442s. So let me update here. July 30th, 442s, 438s. That's fine. SPX, I need to adjust that. I'm going with the July 28th for SPX, not the 30th. So I'll be going with 4425s. Now let's do, let me think forward for it. Let me look at the chart. Hold on a second. Yeah, options. Volume is good. 44.25 calls, and then 44.05 puts. So 44.25, 44.05. All right, watch list is updated. Qs are top of their range. VIX kind of flattening out here. XLF, XLK is going crazy. XLF has got a little red. So man, SPY is just going nuts, man. It's just going nuts. Now, this is one of those things you got to be careful. Do not time the top. I'm not trying to time the top here. Right now, we're in a confirmatory phase. Do I want to take calls and this thing rocket higher, or am I going to look for the rejection of the range and go lower? And that is the name of the game here. VIX is trading sideways. We're kind of in no man's land here. There's not really much support for VIX in the short term. We kind of peaked over here last week there. But right now, VIX is looking like it wants to fall, which is just going to rocket SPY higher. If anything, if I want to take calls, I want to wait for a little retracement and bounce off the 8 and come up. Or if we rocket down, I want to take puts. 600. Oh, we had 612 people. Now we're down to 587. A little bit of a jump. Should have held on to that one. Yeah, Jimmy. For sure. So I know when we first started this back in April, we had a problem with the rolls because we had too many people trying to join all at once, and it kind of crashed the bot. And that may be happening now. If you're getting an error, that may be happening now. So, all right. So July 30th, 439 puts and 438 puts. I'm sorry, and those trading for $1.47 each, and then the calls, 442s are trading for $1.55 each. That would have been a heck of a play, man. I wish I could have gotten some of that action. 439.26 to 440.55. That would have been like a 40% gain. That would have been beautiful. Qs are up here, top of their range. VIX is still trading sideways. Yeah, the bullish action on this is crazy. Unfortunately, I couldn't enter to the top, and I'm not going to FOMO into this position. So I'll be looking for a pullback entry. Add more calls at 440 and expiration 28. Nice. What's going to take for me to go long here? So I'm waiting for this thing to kind of oscillate down a little bit. This bullish action on decreasing volume here, this little candle is a little concerning. Qs are at the top of their range. VIX is still falling. And VIX is literally in a straight line all the way up. If you just draw like a trend line, I think it's just got rocketed right off the bottom. Once E-Trade came online, bam, bam, just going nuts. Yep. I mean, E-Trade's back already online already, Lee. It's already there. So right now we've got July 30th, 442 calls are $1.62 each. Qs are at the top there. VIX is sideways. Alrighty. So SPY has got a little red up top. Q's got a little red. VIX is green. And this should be a decision point. All right. So watching to see what how SPY wants to react here at the top. No, I don't, Victor. Not that much. No. No, and I will not. Normally, I sign off at 12 Eastern. Normally, I only trade from market open until 12 Eastern, which we're coming up on that. I might extend it a little bit if I see a trade here, just because I missed out with E-Trade being down. So I'll send it a little bit here, but we'll see. We'll see. It was looking like a boring day, and then obviously E-Trade came back online, and bam. This is why I don't expect this thing to rocket, because this is just E-Trade volume coming into it. You know, the market coming back online. VIX is here. Volume, Leafy. Volume. So I took a call down here. I told calls here, and the volume here, it depends. I probably would have, it depends on the volume at the time here. Who knows? You think differently when you're actually in a position. And then the volume picking up here, increasing would have been nice. So yeah, we'll see how things shake out up here. Qs are turning red, double reds. VIX is got a little green going, and XLF is there. I'll be watching the VIX closely. That will probably be the big determinant for me, how this little candle here on the VIX reacts. I've got a put order form built and ready to go. All I got to do is click the mouse button and I'm in the event that this thing downturns. VIX has got a green gap up there. Qs are down. XLF is up. There, VIX. Man, this is tempting put entry. Just want to make sure this little red candle gets bought up. See, that is there. That little green candle is what I was waiting on to see what happens. Out for 15. Nice, Kevin. Well done. I'm standby for puts. Me as well. Q's selling. VIX is red, though. So mixed signals for sure. Triple red on a QQQ. VIX is starting to turn green. Lost the YouTube live, somebody said. Let's see. That's still up. It still looks good on my end. All right, Qs are jumping off their POC here on the 3-minute. Let's switch over to the 5. Red. All right, XLK is double red. XLF is green still. VIX is still sideways. So still no conviction yet on a play. All right, I got $1.70 on the July 30th, 439 puts. Big Green bought that right up. That's why I didn't want to chase that red candle. So Qs are there. VIX is big red. If this continues to fall, we'll go all the way down. XLK is there. XLF. So a little bit of mixed signals here. There's not really much conviction one way or the other now that we've popped to the top. Now we're looking at confirmation one way or the other. Got to restart YouTube a few times. Yep. I want this put to confirm. Yeah. Yep. Still looking at the 438. I'm doing 439 puts. That was that gave me that 0.38 delta. So that's the cut. That's the level of delta that I want. All right, it's fixed, corrected. All right, so not really much movement here in the past 15 minutes. Just kind of just puttering along. QQQ is there. VIX is big red right there, and a little bit of green candle here. Normally I sign off in 10 minutes. I'm going to give it a little bit. I got a few more minutes here until we figure out what is going on. I usually aim for a 0.35, 0.38 delta, anywhere there from up to a 0.4, 0.41 delta. Usually in that range. Upper threes to low fours is the delta I go for. Just don't go chasing waterfalls. All right, another red candle there. Qs are starting to make lower highs. VIX is a little green there, a little green. I got 174 on the bid. I'm doing the July 30th, 439 puts. VIX is a little green. I want to see what's going to happen here with that VIX. My spidey sensors are telling me puts because we did not have any crazy action until E-Trade came back online. That is what's giving me my conviction. So no position yet. No position yet. I'm leaning towards puts, but no real conviction either way. Why? Because volume has died off. You see, the whole day was boring until E-Trade came back online or the market came back online and boom, rocketed. And even now, volume has completely dropped off. And now in the past 20 minutes, we haven't moved. It's just treading water. So this can go one way or the other. the big action here skewed the EMAs. So, I'm not necessarily giving too much, as much weight as I normally would to the EMAs. I'll say that until I see something one way or the other. And I don't hold anything overnight yet. $1.73 on the bid for these puts. $1.74. VIX is here. I need VIX to tell me what to do. That's the only thing in here I want to tell me what to do is the VIX. Q's right there. All right, green sideways here. Looks like a little pennant forming. Qs are green, sandwiched between the top of their range and the 8 EMA. XLF is red, starting to dip back down to the EMAs, and the VIX is still sideways green. Still sideways green. Yep, there's not much conviction. That's the problem. There's just no volume here. I usually don't enter position on no volume. Got to have patience. There's 6.5 hours in the trading day. All right, so now we're starting to get a little movement here. Little movement. Q's just gapped. VIX is down. This may be a potential call entry here. Just gonna, you need follow through. You need follow through. So tech sector is going back to looking strong. I'm hard pressed to believe that we're going to have a fifth trend day, but either way, you don't want to let that be a bias. That is not a technical indicator or a reason not to or to buy calls. Do I ever trade power hour? Rarely, Charlie. I did it once last Friday. I did it once, or last Wednesday. I made 8% in the last 10 seconds, 30 seconds of the day. So, yeah, books. The number one is the Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis by Andy Colling. Second one would be Trading in the Zone is a good one. And then Hedge Fund Market Wizards. So those are 3 fantastic trading books. Non-trading, well, books that are categorized as non-trading, but I think are very much applicable to non-trading, would be Extreme Ownership by Jocko and Can't Hurt Me. Can't Hurt Me. Those 2 books are incredible for mental strength. And I think mental strength and discipline are more important than any technical indicator you can learn. Whether or not you want to lose weight, you want to be successful, you want to be a business person, you want to be an entrepreneur, whatever it is you want to be that's successful, discipline, emotional fortitude is very important. So Extreme Ownership and Can't Hurt Me, those 2 books I would highly, highly, highly recommend. Yeah, no problem, Andrew. E-Trade option chain broke. Good. I mean, I guess it's good when it opened back up and skyrocketed the market. But other than that, it is not good for me. I couldn't trade. Qs are green, getting wicked out there. VIX is red and falling, which may be bullish for SPY here, continuing on up. Got out of my tiny put position waiting for confirmation, Lee says. Another green candle here. Don't tell me we're going to another trend day to the upside. Another one. VIX coming down. XLK is there. XLF. See what that thing's going to do. VIX is slowly trickling down. Trickling down. The premiums aren't moving hardly at all. $1.68, $1.70. They're fluctuating. Not very much of a move. Nice. Went in for Qs and SPY calls, closed out for 8.4%. Nicely done. Your mic is super low. Is it really? Is it still low? I thought I turned that up. Well, you're not trying to call the top or the bottom. You don't want to call anything. What you want to do is wait for confirmation. Now you good. I can hear you in the whole apartment. Lee's neighbors. What's going on? All right, 440.75 here in the green. This candle keeps on getting wicked out, and that is why, there's not much conviction. Qs are still climbing, though. Now I want to look at the volume. Let's pay attention to the volume here. Volume is dying off. This is the 5 minute. Let's go to the 3. Volume is still down. SPY, that completely got wicked out. Now green, red to the downside. VIX is green here. I want to look back historical, see if there's any significance to this level, and there's not. We haven't spent much time in this level in quite a while. So they're kind of no man's land with the VIX, which is bullish for me. And SPY, this is what makes me trend towards calls, because if the VIX falls, there's not really much to bounce off of. Back down to 1784. SPY is going to rage up till 441.50. First day here, 15%. Already learned more than I thought I knew. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Genzos. That's exactly what I want to hear, is that you learn something. Learn something. What's your prediction for FAANG earnings? I would say green. Can hear you just fine. Mic is fine. Mic check. Night Frog with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much for coming out and supporting the community. The names of the books are the names of the emotional books. Jocko's Extreme Ownership. And then Can't Hurt Me. Can't Hurt Me. Can't hurt me though is David Goggins, not Jocko. So that might have been misleading. But yeah, Jocko's Extreme Ownership, David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. 2 fantastic books. Me and David Goggins had a very similar upbringing. That's why I kind of resonated with that book. And it was awesome. It was awesome to read and watch him overcome emotional odds. What's great about David Goggins is that he wasn't always a fitness beast. Like, he was an overweight dude who was lazy, and he overcame that to become one of the biggest, like, most toughest dudes on earth. So it definitely relates. It relates. Mental strength. All right, SPY and Qs are both red here. VIX is got a little green here. Got a little green. $1.73 up from $1.68. Yeah, they are, Tony. They are, Tony. No JJ trades. I don't play those. Oh, cool. Be cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, so double red here. Let's pay attention. Big green on the VIX. There, XLF is wicking out there on the green. Let's look at volume. Not much volume. Still trading in the sideways range. Is options for QQQ easy? I wouldn't say easy, but they do have their place. Is it possible to raise the mic volume a tiny bit? Some people saying it's loud. Some people saying it's quiet. I'm not sure how to fix that if it's like 50-50. I'll see what I can do, though. What about now? We good? Good? Bueller? Oh, I guess that's what it is. The mic volume is good on Discord. Here, I'll raise it up. See what I can do it. It's quiet on YouTube. Check. Mic check. Good. Good on YouTube. Good. Sweet. It's loud enough. Yeah, the Patreon chat is good. The YouTube is different. So I gotta find the balance. Great. All right, double red here, VIX. It is currently 11:05 Central. I'm going to hang out for a few more just to see if there's a play evolving, and then I'm going to hop off. Today's actually the last day of summer for my kids. Tomorrow they go back to school, so I'm going to do some preschool, some pre-school stuff. Not preschool, but before school stuff with them. Yeah. Buttery smooth, yeah. All right, double red candles here. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. VIX. Not much going on. So SPY doesn't necessarily want to have conviction one way or the other. Notice that I don't spend more than 30 seconds on any chart. I'm always litmus testing the entire market. If I see a red, why is this happening? Looking for Qs, looking at VIX. Is VIX upturning, which it looks like it is. XLK is kind of green there, XLF, but there's not really much conviction one way or the other. There's not anything huge going on right now. PB&J and sandwich? Nope, they don't do PB&J. Well, one of the kids loves them, but we try not to do those too much. On YouTube, I'm getting a very clear radio voice at the perfect volume. Pre-back to school. There you go. Yep, we go to year-round school here, so yeah, we start tomorrow. But we also get 2 weeks. We start 1 week earlier than normal public schools, and we get 2 weeks of fall vacation and 2 weeks of spring vacation, and an extra week in December. So it pans out. All right, couple of red candles here. Stand by. Red. Qs, VIX. VIX is starting to uptrend here. Interesting. There's $1.75, $1.76 on the bid ask. Potential put setup here if the VIX continues doing its thing. Is there enough volume? No, there's not enough volume. In fact, volume is dying off. Volume is dying off here. I get triple red candles, though. $1.75 and the $1.76 in the bid ask. VIX is still increasing. XLF isn't doing anything. Tech sector still up. So Yeah. That candle's getting bought up because there's no volume. No supported volume. If you read the book, Volume Price Analysis, that's how you're able to make that determination. Anybody, if you're not reading volume, all you see is 3 big red candles. Oh, I got to buy puts. You got to look at the support. If you see a big, beautiful house and you want to buy it and it's got all the fancy trimmings and all the nice little sidings and it looks pretty, hey, your heart starts pumping. I want to buy that house. But then the inspector comes in and goes to the foundation and it's rotted out by termites. There's nothing there to support the house. You're not going to buy that house. This is no different. You see the big, beautiful red house. No volume. I'm not buying those puts. Thanks, Melissa. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I'm going to have a great rest of the day with the kids for sure when I do hop off. What do you define the live video on Discord? There's no live video, but right now there's live voice. I'm working on getting the video implemented in Discord, which does have a function. I'm just trying to figure out the feasibility of it. Well, that's what we're going to try to fix, JJ. That's what we're going to try to fix. Yep, volume is dying off. 4 reds in a row. $1.75 in the bid. And the premiums aren't really changing much because this range is very tight. $1.76, $1.75, or now $1.74. VIX is wanting to increase, but still red. All right. Some reds there. QQQ. Red candle. VIX is wanting to do its thing. Let's see if that thing shakes up here in a second. I'm going to hang out here on the VIX for just a second. Potentially, especially going into lunch hour, Charlie. Yeah. It's all about conviction, end of liars, for sure. Yeah, we never try to call. The thing is, people, you have to deal with your emotions. Human emotions are very strong. And it's about, hold on. I'm going to shut my mouth for a second because things are moving. Stand by. $1.77, $1.78. Big red candles. VIX is starting to increase here. Stand by for a put entry if this breaks down. Volumes aren't increasing. I like the way this thing is looking right now. This is what made me figure that this thing eventually is going to break down because the market came back online. So I'd love to see it put and take this thing back down to the range. That'd be awesome. Awesome. No volume. Yeah. There seems to be a little confusion on how to get in the Discord server. When you first start, you get the Getting Started channel, and that leads you to vote for a role. If you do not have a role, you cannot view anything. So all you got to do is click on the Optionaire's role, you get assigned a role, and you get in. All right, 3-minute chart here. VIX is still green. QQQ is there. XLF is downtrending. VIX is what I'm really focusing on right now on the 3-minute chart. Still increasing. $1.80 on the bid ask. Double red on Qs. VIX is still uptrending green. Kevin, go into the Getting Started channel in Discord, very top, and read that. All right, SPY has got a little green there. All right, so 21 EMA. Let's go to the 5. Dipping below the 8 and is trading sideways here. All right, VIX is still increasing here. I just saw that tick up. VIX, QQQ, big sell there, XLF. This looks like it wants to break down now. It looks like it wants to break down. Increase in volume on the selling candle. Right there. VIX is increasing. $1.77, $1.78 on the bid ask for the puts. All right. All right. So the VIX is 18.15. It needs to take the EMAs if I want to take puts here. Qs are still falling. SPY is here. I'm going to take $1.70. What's $1.77? $1.78. XLF is red. Qs there. SPY, there's a 77. VIX is increasing. I got $1.78, $1.79 on the bid ask. What's the VIX going to do here? Interesting. So volume there. This is what's holding me back. $1.79, $1.80. Stand by one. Hold on. All right. VIX is increasing. Q's there at the top of their range. All right. Hold on. $1.81. Boom. I want to take a position here, but the volume is really freaking me out. That's what's drawing me back here. Even though we got a little increase there from this candle, like I don't want this thing to take a put and then this thing gets smoked up on volume. So I like the way VIX is increasing. We're trending back into a squeeze with the VIX and a release to the upside. If it does release to the upside, things will get pretty fun if you do take puts. And that's like, I just want to be very careful here. Very, very careful. Ooh, sell off an XLF, sell off an XLK. VIX is increasing. SPY is there. $1.80, $1.81. Close to a put entry here. Close to a put entry here. So 5 minute there. There's the 5 minute. So the 5 minute crossing through the 8 EMA on the 5 minute chart. We're not down to the 21. There's the 3 minute, a little bit of green. Definitely spiking the VIX on the green. I got $1.81 on the bid ask here. So VIX has got a red. The EMAs are starting to cross up. 8 and 21 are about to sandwich together. SPY is here, trading $1.80 on the bid ask. I do have, let me type up here my entry in Discord, a preemptive entry. I haven't entered yet, but I've got July 30th, 439 puts entered, dollar something. So I've got a basically the entry pre-typed. I haven't entered yet, but it's pre-typed. So all I got to do is hit enter, and it will update the entry price and then enter. So VIX is at just under the 34 EMA. XLK is there. Qs are starting to get a little green. SPY has got a little green. Wicking out. It's now under the 8 EMA here. Going to the 5. Red on the 5. There's that. Big green on the 3 minute for SPY. And VIX is still green here, not really going anywhere. Let's look at the volume. A little bit of increase in volume there. Red on the VIX. Red on the VIX. No, it's not. I'm actually getting ready to bounce here anyway. But I just want to see if there's an entry here. Ooh, Q's dropping. Interesting drop on the Q's. I like that. No volume, though. No volume. Tesla's going cray-cray. $525 people still watching. Bid ask is $1.79, $1.80. Q's there. I'm watching closely. VIX is still, that red candle got bought up. XLK is there. XLF, it wants to do this here. So there's $1.80, $1.78, $1.79, $1.77. Sell off on the Q, green on the VIX, XLK. If VIX continues to climb, we'll go back up into the session range. SPY averages says unless it trends, it's going to come back down into the session range. $1.77 on the bid. Ooh. Ooh. All right, I'm going to take a play here at $1.79. I think we're going to have a little downside here. There's $1.78. Oh, got it. Sweet. All right, hold on. All right, let's see how this thing rolls. I'm in at July 30th, 439 puts. I see this downside and the big volume here on the Qs. I see the VIX wanting to turn up. See if I can squeeze out 5% on these on a little bitty dip back down to the session range. I'm going to hold these close, though. I'll be holding these close. $1.82 on the ask. VIX is sandwiched together here. Q is getting wicked a little bit. A little red here on the SPY. 8 and 21 are about to cross over. Here we go. Really want to be careful on this position until we start making some progress. I don't want to get crazy wicked out. There's $1.83 on the ask. VIX is increasing. I had an order in for $1.79 and I saw $1.78 flash up on the bid and I got it. So I like it. Q's red. SPY is another red down, crossing through the 21. I got $1.83 on the ask. $1.79 Lee Rat, not $1.78. I had a limit order in at $1.78 when bid ask was $1.78, $1.80, and the bid ask was $1.79, $1.80. I put in a $1.79 bid, and I saw $1.78 flash up on the bid, and I got the 79 entry. I'm not going to get too crazy about this position until I see some progress being made to the downside because the volume come in and take this out. VIX is still increasing to the upside. XLF still trading flat. XLK is red. Not really much action going on here. I'm up, what, 2% on these things? There's some red on the VIX. Green on the SPY. I don't want to see that. So the 8 and 21 are starting to mix there. Squeeze momentum indicator. There's a little green on, or a little slight green on the Qs. SPY, slight green. We got some red on the squeeze momentum indicator on the 3. Let's go to the 5. Right there. Things are starting to kind of come down, but still bullish on the 5. 3 minutes there. Trading flat. VIX has got some red. Right up here is the 8 and 21 touch. Pop on the XLF. XLK is red there. I don't like this little base formula, that's for sure. So red candle on the VIX. Currently at break even. Let's see what we can get a little downside to it. VIX still falling. SPY is starting to kind of base here off the 21 EMA. Didn't break down through the 21. I was hoping for a mean reversion back down to the session range. Not really much movement either way, though. Definitely boring. Definitely boring. All right, little red there. VIX turning green again. $1.82 on these puts. Not much conviction whatsoever. All right, 8 and 21 are sandwiching down. $1.83 on the ask. There's $1.84 on the ask. Big sell-off on the, or big red candle on the Qs. Maybe we'll get a little downside here. That'd be sweet. VIX, what's VIX wants to do? What does a VIX want to do? I got $1.84 on the, oh, $1.83 on the ask now. Oh, look at that downside on Qs, baby. Look at the downside on Qs. This is going to take SPY down. VIX is need to uptrend here, but VIX is on the way down. Let's see if we can get some downside in SPY. XLK is selling off. Qs are selling off. XLF is still trading flat. VIX needs to come up and really bring this thing down. Come on. Let's get it. Come on, baby. Got $1.84, $1.85 on the puts right now. I'm up, what, 5% on these things? $1.86. There's $1.87. Yes. Yes. VIX is increasing. Qs are coming down, baby. Coming downtown. There's $1.89. $1.96 is my target price. That's 10%. There's $1.89 on the ask. Qs are coming back down. SPYs are coming back down. VIX is increasing. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There's $1.90. There's $1.90. VIX is still increasing. Let's get the VIX going up. Let's go. There's $1.90. Come on. Give me my 10%. Give me my 10%. Let's open the week with a 10%er. Love to open the week with a 10%er. Come on. VIX is increasing. It's $1.91. Qs are still coming down, crossed over to the downside. VIX is still uptrending some. Look, we got our first gray cross in the squeeze Momo 3 minute on the 3 minute chart, 5 minute chart coming down to the 34 EMA. I'm not going to be greedy on these things. I don't expect a huge move. 34 EMA is usually a pretty hard piece of concrete to break through, and that's what I'm really looking forward to here. Coming down here, I got $1.92 on the ask. VIX is there. I got $1.90 on the asks now. You also said you weren't going to be greedy on the 103%. Yeah, that's true. But the chart was very convincing on that 103% win. This chart can be easily bought up. This could just be a little bit of a dip. So I'm not going to be crazy greedy with these. In the money, baby. What's up, Mark? Q's got this little candle. VIX is still green to the upside. I got $1.90 on the ask. Let's go to the 3. Not much going on here. Selling volume is picking up. This candle's getting wicked out. I got $1.88 on the bid. Q is still coming down, though. Ooh, big green candle on the SPY. I don't want that. Doji'd out there. Immediately getting bought up. Coming up to the 34. Let's see this thing get sold off. Big red on the VIX. All right, XLF is spiking green. VIX is still sideways red. SPY is here. Let's see what happens after that green candle just closed. Q's still down. Q's are still down. Look at y'all talking like traders in the Patreon room. I love it. VIX is still red. EMAs are crossing to the upside. Qs still want to come down. Still some heaviness in the tech. I got $1.89, $1.90 on the bid ask. And we're back in the ranges. Mean reversion, baby. Back in the ranges. There we go. Come on. Come on. What's the VIX doing? Give me a little update on the VIX. Q's still falling. Q's at VWAP. SPY having a hard time breaking through this 440.15 level. I got $1.87, $1.89 on the ask. Come on, come down. Q's broke. Look at that. Supported volume. Increasing and selling volume here. I need this candle to follow through to have conviction. I want to see this increasing selling volume. Selling volume is increasing. The price action is supported. I want to see this continue to fall down. All signs are stacked to the downside here. EMAs are stacked downward. VIX is increasing. QQQ is still falling off. Broke through VWAP. SPY still coming down. I got $1.91 on the ask. A little bit of green forming. Remember, there's nothing wrong with taking profits if you don't have the comfort to hold the position. Like taking a 5, 6, 7% win. Nothing wrong with that. He said small size, probably 2 or 3. I mean, I don't talk about my business size, but it's more than 2 or 3 contracts. All right, there's a little breakdown. Sweet. I got $1.92. VIX is still increasing. There's $1.93. There's $1.94. Come on, give me my 10%. VIX is still green. Come on, baby. Show me what you got. Remember that commercial with the I think it was an insurance commercial with Raji from the Packers. Show me what you got. What you got, Raji? $1.93. All right, got a little green on the Qs. I got some red on the VIX. There's $1 is a red. I got $1.93. $1.97 is what I need to clear 10. There's $1.94. SPY is still dropping. Qs are still red. VIX is still increasing. All the candles are still getting wicked out. $1.95. I'm not going to be greedy with these. There's $1.94. All right, hold on a second. Let me see here. There's some more bread. There's $1.97. There's my 10%. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I apologize. Okay, I'm at $1.95. I'm at $1.96. Things are looking quite nice. We're just gonna paint a little happy tree right here. Just a bit of little dusting, a little green, and put a little happy tree. There's $1.98 on my bid ask. Things are going quite well. I like the way this trade is really working out. So there's $1.97. I'm going to take it. How about that? How about that? And I got the $1.97 fill. I'll take it. Alrighty then. That was a heck of a play, wasn't it? I'll take a 10% profit all day on a range day like this, baby. Take it all day long. You got lucky and filled $1.98. Well done. You just bought me lunch. It'd be hilarious if you covered every day as Bob Ross. What's up, Adrian? I love you too. Love you too. Nice work. Great movie, Jim. One of my favorite movies of all time. Happy Gilmore. Thanks, Toasty Spy. I'm glad you like it. Merck says, I love the way you trade. I figured out your approach. I figured you would wait until $2, but that was close. Nope. I don't have much conviction that this play is going to continue on falling. So I'll take my 10% all day, baby. Did I land on the Golf Channel? I love it. Well done. Well done. I got to practice talking to the spy like OM. You just got to be gentle with the spy. You got to caress it. You got to caress it. You know what's funny about Bob Ross is that he was a Air Force drill instructor at one point in his life, way back in the day. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. And there you go, just so y'all know. There you go. Post it in the Patreon room. You're welcome, Rezi. Y'all are welcome. I love this community, man. What an amazing community. Love it. I appreciate y'all being here. Doran coming out with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming out. It looks like we called that bottom perfectly. It's starting to get a couple of little bit of rebound here. But thank you, Soren, for coming out and supporting the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. It means the world to me, man. It helps me do this and to dedicate more resources into teaching y'all how to saw what I saw, see what I saw, and take that trade with conviction and see that I held it all the way down for a 10% gain. So thank you all very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Soren, a lot. Yeah, Ace, that is fantastic, man. This is, I don't know if you're listening, but well done. He said he called the play before I did, so awesome stuff. It's called learning, man. I love it. Love me some Bob Ross. Robin, yeah, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So Q's still red. VIX is starting to increase. It still could fall down a little bit. So yeah. I am. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Ace, for sure. What a great play. I love it. I love plays like that. Those are the type of plays you have to be so accurate on. That's where you earn your keep. Because on trend days, you could buy a call and make money. But on plays like that, you got to know when to buy them. And that's where experience comes in, man. I love it. Yes, Lee, you do. So, yeah, great question. Afternoon range starts at 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern. So 1:30 Eastern till 2:05 Eastern is when the afternoon range is set. Did I not post it in the Discord? Yes, I did, John. I posted it in the OM Calls Puts live. What do you think SPY will hit first? 435, 445. I think it'll hit 445 first. My thinking is upper 440s, low 450s until we start our next oscillation back down to the 50 MA. So I would anticipate some upside here this week. If you do not see the channels, you need to go read the Getting Started channel on the welcome screen. So go in the Discord and read the welcome screen. So you need to have a role. Nableek says he got in a minute 2 before me, got out a minute 2 after me. Good stuff. Yep, I live stream Discord. No, I live stream, YouTube Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Discord every day in the Patreon chat. We had a lot of bots coming in the server, and they were not assigned. They don't assign themselves a role, and people that are not rolled in the Discord are very suspicious. So we made it where in order to see any of the channels, you have to have a role, which we should have done anyway. In the Getting Started channel, if you read that, it'll say you have to click on a role to get assigned it. So if you click on the little, I guess what is that? I don't know, an agent. You click on that, you get the options area role, and you're able to see all the channels. I think it's a spy. I love it. All right, Q's little red there, VIX. I think this may be a good stopping point for me. I was planning on getting out of 11 anyway. A good 10% play will work. Is it trade log screen chase you take from E-Trade? No, that is my personal Excel trade log I created. Thanks, Ronar. Yeah, that's all about it. It's all about controlling your emotions, man. How many plays do I trade per live session? Anywhere from 1 to 4. Sometime last week I made it 6 trades in a day, but today it looks like just 1. So 10% on a day like today is fantastic. Nice, Christian. Awesome stuff. You're very, very welcome. Well done, Lee. All right, let's see here. That's a great question, Outdoor. Yeah, I do. I take a position. Now, it's all based on my conviction in a play. Friday was a large position size. This one was about a medium. It wasn't, I had the right setup, but I wasn't like stomp my foot, this is amazing type thing. So it all depends on my conviction on a play. Yeah, my trading log is a I created an Excel sheet that I like. It's tailored to my needs. That's why I look at it. Yeah, some people are adding a column for commissions. I don't add a column for commissions. To me, it's I don't put too much emphasis on commissions. They are what they are. You can't control it. So E-Trade does a good job of summarizing all that stuff for me anyway. So like I know what I spend on commissions, and I don't worry about logging it for me. That's me personally though. I don't talk about my position sizes, AZs, not anymore in that detail at least. Where do I see the rest of the day headed? I see more sideways chop, maybe some slight fluctuations. I don't see any egregious movements. I just see sideways stuff. All right, y'all. It is almost a noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I think I'm going to call that a morning. I'm going to go get me some lunch, do some fitness, spend some time with the kids as it's their last day of summertime. Tomorrow they start school. So y'all will get me all to yourself tomorrow. You can be stingy with the OM. I hope y'all learned a little something. Saw a little process and how I came to a process on a trade that wasn't entirely obvious. Learn a little something, take something away from the day to make yourself better. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. We had a ton of support, both in the super chats and in the Patreon. Massive growth on the YouTube channel and in the Discord. I appreciate every single person in here. My goal is to get everybody to learn how to do this properly and to make a little money along the way, but gain knowledge. That's the thing. It's gain knowledge. So yeah, that's the name of the game. If you have any questions, please shoot me a DM anytime in the Discord. If you are new to the YouTube, head over there, join the Discord, like and subscribe to the channel so you get notifications for all future videos, content, and live streams. Also, if you do want to support the channel, you've got the Patreon account, which I'll post right here. I know a lot of people have already joined this morning anyway, but if you want to continue to support and get a lot of cool perks, including being on tomorrow's live stream on the Discord, because I won't be on YouTube tomorrow, I'll be on Patreon. You can do so. Anyway, thanks y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I look forward till tomorrow and the rest of the week. Let's make a little money. Y'all have a good rest of the day. I'm out. See ya.